Yo, what is poppin', my guys? It is your boy Ashley coming at you today with another round, or I guess our first round of the playoffs for the Heat of Bros tournament. So today we are playing EzBakeOven, a very formidable opponent. I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a bunch of different leagues with this dude, and I really don't remember seeing him lose. I see losses on the record, like one or two here or there, but like, you know, I ain't seen the shit, so I can't confirm. I know the dude's nasty with the team building and with the play. Very, very intimidated by this matchup, especially when I take a look at his team. This man has Landorus T, Celesteela, both of his Zmons, by the way. He's got Keldeo, Megaladios, Mindshao, Diancie, Raichu, and Excelgor. Like, dude, this team right here is nasty. And don't get me wrong, I know, you're saying Ash, you have Hoopa Kiron Black Speed Pass. I know, I'm very well aware that my team matches up well with, well, just about anybody. But the fact of the matter is that Easy isn't just anybody. He's a very good battler with a very good team. So that's why I'm going to go over the team building, the team building a little bit, especially also just because this is one battle. I know the last video didn't have any of the team building, but we had to cram 3 of them bitches in, so that is probably why. We have GIMMIE Neutron, the Blastoisanite. Has D-Pulse, Skull, Rapid Spin, and Ice Beam. Now this EV spread was the opposite of very calculated. See, what I did was I went here, I clicked, and I see that the defense hit 274 and the special defense hit 299. I looked at his team and I was like, that looks about good. I don't know what it does, don't know what it did, but we'll see how it does in the match. Not much to say about that. Alright, next up we have Yoshimitsu, the Kiron Black with a Life Orb. Has Iron Head for that pesky Diancie. Fusion Bolt does a ton of damage, even in -1 from the Landorus, and that Ice Beam will just about scare that Landorus out every time. We have the Roost, so if we can come in on that Landorus with low health, we can pop ourselves back up to full because you know he wants to save it. And yeah, really like the Kiron set. So it's got enough speed to outspeed everything, unchoiced at +1. So that's nice. The only thing it can't outspeed is a choiced Mindshao, but I have tech for that, or not tech for that, but I have strategies to get around that. So as you can see, we have 72 attack. I believe this allows us to 2-hit KO Celesteela. We have full special attack to make that Ice Beam do a lot of damage because I really can't risk that Kiron staying in. So 95% of the time when this thing comes in, I'm sorry, I meant Landorus. When this thing comes in, it will be on Landorus, and I cannot risk because of Stone Edge and things like that to go for anything but Ice Beam. So I wanted that Ice Beam doing a good chunk of damage to literally anything that came in. And the HP, I dumped enough in HP to definitely live a Stone Edge from Landorus. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had for it. Scolipede is our next mon. I actually forgot to name it this week, unfortunately. He has Speed Boost, Black Sludge, Protect, Baton Pass, Mega Horn, and Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail does damage to Landorus. It does great damage to Diancie. It doesn't really do a whole lot to anything else, but it was much better than something like Earthquake because Earthquake doesn't hit Celesteela, and it just gives it another attacking option, even though Mega Horn is doing solid damage across the board on just about everything that wants to come in on it because I am running 144 attack adamant. Basically, I wanted full investment in HP, give it a little bit of bulk. I put 4 in special defense on accident. I see that now. I have 108 in speed so that at +1 I outspeed everything on his team. And then yeah, I have the rest dumped into attack, and since I didn't need really any, since I wasn't trying to hit any bulk goals necessarily, I just decided to do a run adamant. Why not? Fuck it, let's do some damage. All right. So next up we have So Woke the Magneton. Now here I packed a Shuckaberry. This also big shout out to Ultra Player for helping me prep. That dude helped me out a ton with some item ideas, specifically for this mon right here. The item idea, he told me to run Shuckaberry. He's like, dude, fuck over the Landorus, run the Shuckaberry. So it is, I have 76 in defense with max HP because that will live an adamant, max attack, Earthquake on like 0.1%. And then if the Landorus has any damage whatsoever on it, Hidden Power Ice will take it out. Like it went up to like with 80 modest, it did I think 90 max. So like as long as that Landorus could like come in and like have taken some damage already and something like that. Yeah, this is my late game answer to Landorus, to get rid of the Landorus, because it's definitely just a trap. So also there's the possibility for mons like Celesteela to run Earthquake. Mega Latios could get Earthquake. I'm not sure if I don't think any of his other Pokemon, maybe Diancie. I don't really use Diancie that much, so I'm not sure of its move pool, but there was definitely good options for me to stay in. Everything that could use Earthquake against this Magneton did not want to take one of the moves that I have for it, so definitely like this set. Toxic, just in case I can get in and Toxic the Landorus on the switch, like if I wasn't ready to give it up, or if I had already taken damage and I know I can't really do anything, and I don't know. Toxic is always just a nice option to have on a bulky mon, which is what this is. This is a bulky mon with a little bit of attack power. Next up, we have Mismagius. This has Levitate, obviously. I don't know why that's the first thing I said. We have Choice Scarf, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Trick, and Memento. So this has enough speed to outspeed everything on his team at +1, except for a Choice Scarf something, anything really, anything faster than what is my speed hit on that? 286. So everything faster than like 429 can outspeed. I think that's what I hit, so that I could outspeed the Excelgor. But yeah, this is a pretty straightforward set. The Shadow Ball hits everything, hits Latios for super effective. It also pretty much everything takes damage from Thunderbolt. Keldeo doesn't like it. Celesteela doesn't like it. Yeah, nice set. I don't really know what else to say. We can Trick if we think the Diancie or something is coming in, and Memento is going to be great for letting me set up with Scolipede late game. So like, even if he's into his Landorus, I can come in and Memento and then just protect and Black Sludge gain health on Scolipede, or maybe just force him to switch or get some damage off with the Aqua Tail and knock him out while getting my +1 and preserving my Protect. There's lots of different options for Mismagius in this game, and I'm glad I drafted it, because it really has been such a huge asset to my team. Finally, we have Swish, the Hoopa Unbound. Now this right here was the blessed EVs for my man Ultra. So he slid me these. He basically, I was talking to him about like what he thought I should bring, because I was having a hard time, because he's got a really tough team. I told him some of my ideas about Kyurem. I talked to him about my Blastoise set. I talked a little bit about Mismagius, and he passed me just a couple of ideas of like what he thought might work, some movesets and stuff like that on every single one of my Pokemon. But he sent me a full EV spread for Hoopa and said, run this EV spread with literally like any combination of moves. Like, just run this EV spread and you'll be fine. And so I was like, okay, I trust you. I absolutely trust you. And we were running 248 HP, 96 attack, adamant, and 164 speed with the Tanga Berry, because he does have a fair bit of Pokemon that could U-turn. So that's not really something we want, obviously, because this boy is 4 times weak and really does not have the best defenses. So anyway, we're running Knockoff to hit Mega Latios, as well as just really anything. This is a really strong mon. That's Stab. It's going to get rid of items. If anything tries to switch in with the Choice Scarf, it's coming with me. We also have Magician, so that if our Tanga Berry gets procced, we can actually steal an item from somebody. So if late game we could steal something like a Choice Band or really seal the deal, that might be nice. But I don't know. That's obviously, that's luck, essentially, is what that is. So then we have Ice Beam to hit Landorus T. Goodbye. It hits Latios as well, even though we already have Knockoff that hits Latios. It pretty much does solid, at least 70% damage on everything but Keldeo and Celesteela, but Thunder Punch absolutely obliterates both of those Pokemon as well. Celesteela is pretty much, if I just need a little bit of necessary chip on Celesteela, and I can blow that thing back with a Thunder Punch. And Gunk Shot to hit Diancie, as well as just really anything. Basically with this mon, I put these moves in because they look like they hit I put these moves in and I was like, okay, I really don't think there's anything I can't hit for at least 70%. And then I just ran the calcs on everything. That was my idea. If this thing came in, I would just run the calcs on everything and try and see that way. So anyway, without further ado, we've been building this shit up. Let's go ahead and see what was popping in the battles. So as you can see here, I am lagging a little bit. I'm so sorry, my computer sucks. Hopefully now that I close Showdown, it'll pick up a bit. But we have round 1 of the playoffs. So as you can see, he brought Celesteela, Diancie, Keldeo, Mineshow, Landorus, and Megaladios. So this is a very, very nice team that can handle me pretty well. Scolipede really doesn't like to set up on this team, as you can see, because Celesteela gets Air Slash. We have our friend Diancie with Power Gem. Keldeo can't really do a whole ton to it unless it's specs, then it can just really blow it back. And really, we don't even want to take a Hydro Pump from Keldeo anyway, even if it isn't specs. Mineshow, if it's running something like Rock Slide or Earthquake, if it gets Earthquake, I have no idea. Could definitely do a ton of damage. Landorus obviously can do a ton of damage. And if that Latios is packing Psychic, which it probably should be because it's stab and does a good bit to my team, like, everything on his team can counter my Scolipede. So we have to play the Scolipede very well in order to win here. I really think that the Magneton set is going to be good for trapping Celesteela, which I didn't mention. It also lives, I also EV'd it to live a Flamethrower from full. So basically, like, the same chance. Like, if I come in on full on this Celesteela, I can either live a Flamethrower or I can live an Earthquake 100% with my defensive investment. So that's nice. That's very nice. So anyway, I guess I've just been talking a shit ton about this. I really spent a lot of time prepping for this game because I was really nervous playing this game. I haven't been this nervous in a long time. First of all, I was playing on my I was playing on my laptop, but I was doing all my calcs on my phone because AT&T did this like weird complex ban on my fucking internet, and some websites I could go to and then some I couldn't. So like, I could play a showdown game, but I couldn't calc or do anything like that. So like, I was doing all the calcs and everything on my phone, and it was just a mess. And I was just nervous because I know Bob's a really good player, and this is probably in my opinion, one of the best players I've played so far in my draft career. So very nervous. Let's just go ahead and hop into it though. I'm gonna quit rambling. He is going to lead Mineshow, and I'm gonna lead Scolipede. So that's my boy Lots of Legs. Unfortunately, I forgot to name him this week, and it is a girl. Although I like that it's a girl. I think I want Scolipede to be a girl. She carries the team. Anyway, so he's going to U-turn here. So I am just going to stay in because I know U-turn doesn't really hurt me that much at all. And depending on whatever he goes into, I will be able to baton pass into something that counters it. Plus, since I'm at +1 and he still outsped me, it lets me know that he is 100% for sure choice scarfed. So that is great information to have. Turn 1 knowing that turn 2 knowing that his Mineshow is scarfed. So here I'm going to go for the Aqua Tail, predicting that he switches into the Landorus, because passing that -1 attack is really what could stop this Kyurem from sweeping. If that Kyurem could avoid getting that -1 attack, it could absolutely just wreck through this team once past a little bit of speed. But here, he's just going to go for the Stealth Rocks. So we got our Kyurem Black in scot-free. I'm just going to fire off an Ice Beam because it is going to lay down some serious damage on whatever comes in. So he's going to go right here to Diancie, as we are just going to Ice Beam and do 49%. So yeah, there's definitely a chance that he could live this next Ice Beam, but fortunately we did decide to go with Iron Head this week. So even at -1, we are absolutely going to kill there, take a little bit of Life Orb damage, and now he has to basically just pick another mon to send out. He's going to go Celesteela. So here, I thought that maybe he didn't think I had Fusion Bolt because I had used Iron Head. You know, there's only so many slots, but obviously he knew because he had the Calm Berry, and he's just going to Iron Head me, bring me way down to 18%. So I was like, okay, I got you. That was a mid-roll for me to kill him from there at -1, so I decided to switch out into my Magneton, knowing it can definitely take an Iron Head, as he actually just decides to go for the Acrobatics. So that puts us at 81%. I only did about 12%, not bad at all. So here he's going to Earthquake and pop my Shuka Berry, leaving me on 17%, as we are just going to blitz this thing with a Thunderbolt and take out one of his Z-Mons. So that is a huge problem gone, because Hoopa and Kyurem Black can break through that mon, but only at +1, so, or at least +1 speed. It can like Leech Seed and Protect and do all sorts of shenanigans, whatever, man. I'm just happy it's gone. I'm going to sack my Magneton here, as he brings out his Landorus. I'm just going to switch into here. So here I kind of over predict a little bit and go for the Dragon Pulse, thinking he might switch out. But as you can see, he reveals that he is actually Supersonic Sky Strike, and he's going to leave me at 7%. Had I Ice Beamed here, I definitely would have taken this out, but unfortunately I did not, and I'm just going to Depulse, and he is going to go down to 10%. So he's just going to Earthquake this next turn. Mega Blastoise goes down without really doing anything but eating the Z move and bringing the Lando down to 10. So you know what, I'm not even going to say he didn't do anything, because that was important. Tanking that Z move like that, 81% from a Supersonic Sky Strike from Landorus, that's amazing. So here I know he's going to go into Scolipede, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there, reveal that I'm Choice Scarf, bait him into coming this, and then just sack my Kyurem to see what move he locks himself into, because that is basically going to determine what mana I go into, what my strategy is. Because if he locks himself into Stone Edge here, I can just go Hoopa and throw off a powerful move and just dent something for sure. But instead he goes for the knockoff. Now this is only going to do 40% max to me, so I am just going to Mega Horn. I know that basically I need to be +2 speed on something to outspeed that Mineshaw, so I'm just gonna Mega Horn here, which is super nice. I'm gonna get a little bit of Black Sludge recovery. So here I'm gonna scout what this Keldeo is gonna do. I don't know what this Keldeo is trying to do, so I'm gonna protect. I protect this turn, get me another guaranteed speed boost up, as he reveals that he is X-Scizor Keldeo. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm definitely not going Hoopa now. I have no reason not to just stay in and Mega Horn right here. Absolutely no reason at all not to stay in and just Mega Horn here. Because if he decides to go Latios, we're doing like 50%. So he actually decides to go Bobbert here in his little Mineshaw. So we're going to Mega Horn and do 46%. I told you it's resisted, but wow, that's insane. If we had run max attack, we could have actually 2-hit KO'd and swept with Scolipede a lot of things on his team. So I know for a fact he's Choice Scarf. I'm just going to protect here and see what he goes for, as he ends up going for the Stone Edge. Now I go to my handy dandy calculations and I'm like, alright, I'm about to pass here into Hoopa, because Hoopa lives us on yellow. It outspeeds everything on his team at +3 speed, or +4 speed I think. So just going to baton pass right into there. There's always the chance he misses the Stone Edge, but he doesn't. He connects, brings us down to 39%. So here, because of that chip damage, I'm able to take this thing out with a Thunder Punch. I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. Very nice. As he is going to go into his Latios. Now guys, I have to tell you, this Latios is whew. I did my calcs, and on a 0 HP, I really should have done these calcs earlier. On God, I really should have. But I don't think there's much I could have done, except maybe ran, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hyperspace Fury, whatever. Listen, guys, knockoff only does 99.9% max to a Latios. There's no way we can kill this thing right here. So in my mind, I go, okay, sack the Hoopa. Once you've sacked the Hoopa, go into Mismagius and just Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball until it dies. Or I could even Thunderbolt if it was at 1%. Yeah, I could just Thunderbolt. Well, that was my plan, right? But guys, the EV spreads. The calculated EV spreads. I go for the knockoff. He lives on 6%. Guys, he goes for the Fury Cutter. We snack on that Tanga Berry and live on 3%. Wow. That HP investment though. Knockoff. He's going to go down. We got Chip on Keldeo earlier, so this Thunder Punch is absolutely going to tank this thing. As we see, bow, goodbye. And we just steal that boy's glasses for good measure. You know, like, you know what? It's not enough. It's not enough. You gotta die. Give me those glasses, nerd. Oh man, great game to EzBake. I was super scared of his team, and I think this just further demonstrates how fucking crazy Hoopa and Kyurem are behind a baton pass. Like, if you play the baton pass well and get that speed boosted up to where you outspeed everything, the ability to switch between moves based with how naturally bulky they are, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I really cannot recommend enough. If you were in a league where speed passing is allowed, draft Kyurem and draft Scolipede. Do it for your first 2 picks. Draft Hoopa and draft Scolipede. Fuck it, if you can grab all 3, grab all 3. Like, it's actually crazy, guys, how good the strategy is. Like, I really don't know how else to put it. Basically, you just have to play the pass game right, and all the rest of it just kind of falls into place. These two mons alone are so strong. I don't know. I feel like I'm ranting and rambling. Again, great game to Easy. He's a really, really good battler. He has a channel. You should check it out. I think if I remember to do it when I edit, I'll throw it in the video. But we'll see. You know how that shit goes. Like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit if you want to see more. I know we'll definitely be bringing you at least one more game, and we're playing Aaron. God, I'm so fucking stupid. Aaron 2420. We are playing the dude, my guy. We are playing him for the semifinals, I think it is. So, very, very nervous about that game as well, because he's a great battler. And the last time we played, he like 5-0'd me with a fucking mega camera up. So. Oh man, we gotta get our revenge. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Peace.